Welcome to the first episode of the Self-Made podcast. And today we're going to talk about types of investors. What kind of investors are there in the market? What's the size of checks they actually write? Who will give you a check depending on your business? So we're going to learn everything in this podcast. So our first type of investors is the FFF. What the hell is FFF? FFF are friends, family, and fools. What do I mean by that? The sophistication level of these investors is super low. Also, the investment size is super low as well. Like in this stage, usually you'll get investment based on your own character, based on someone who really loves you or likes you, not based on your business numbers, characteristics. Why? Because usually the business is very small or there is no business. Another type of investor is the one-off investor. What do I mean by that? It's an investor who has just one bullet in his magazine. It could be an uncle who just sold his business, your dad who just got an inheritance, and just someone in your environment who really loves you. Now, how to deal with this type of investments, the friends, family, fools, and the one-off investors? Again, this is all about your character. If you're likable, if they see you as a serious person, even if you have zero experience in business, you will get a check. Now, what's the size of the check? It will be small, obviously, because those investors are small, their sophistication level is low, and the size of check they can write is low as well. I'm talking about $5,000, $10,000, maybe $30,000, $50K, I don't know, something around this range, and that would be it. This is a great way to start if you need a cash injection from the outside, if you can't come up with a loan yourself, if you don't have your own resources. And again, the key here, how to build trust with these people is to make them like you. That's one, but it's not enough, but they also should trust you. How do you trust somebody? How do you trust a person that you know or that you don't know? We'll talk about it in the next episode. The third part of investors are angel investors. Who are angel investors? These are usually wealthy individuals. It could be inheritance. It could be their entrepreneurs who had a huge exit, sold their company, and they have a lot of money to spend. What they would like to spend it on? The next successful thing. Now, thing is this. If for the FFF investors and the one-off investors, you could come up with an idea, what's called in the startup world pre-seed. For the angel type of investor, usually they would like to invest in something that's already there, that already have some traction, you know? So the checks they write can go between $50,000 to even $1 million. Blue Throne, we got $1 million from one of our angels. And the sophistication level of an angel is not the highest, but it's rather high. Now, this is the game angel investors see in their own mind. So you know how to present your app, your software company, whatever. Angel investors, let's say, I don't know, I have $2.5 million to invest in different companies. So I tell myself, okay, let's increase my odds, right? Let's choose 10 companies, and to each company I'll give $250 check. So I should have just one company who really went the distance, who really went big, to get all my money back and then some. For example, one of our investors in Blue Throne, they also invested in a huge company in Israel, but in the pre-seed stage when they were very small. They invested $250,000, and now this investment alone worth more than $300 million. How could that be? Well, in the startup world, that's what's up. Companies really do have the potential to grow to such a level. Not every app can do it, but every startup need to sell the dream at least that they can do it. Our job as entrepreneurs is to make this a reality. So, you only go to an angel through an intro, not just cold calling or cold knocking on doors. And then you maximize your chance of really getting an investment. The fourth type of investors are family offices. A family office is like a company who runs the money for wealthy individuals or family. In this case, it's called multi-family office. Now, family offices like to invest in lots of dangerous stuff. Dangerous stuff in their world is also app companies, tech companies, and not only real estate or the stock market and boring stuff like this. Why? Because they have to entertain their own investors. So, getting a loan or debt and also getting investment for a family office who knows about app companies can be a good choice. The level of sophistication of a family office is rather high, but they mainly look at numbers. So in this case, obviously, if you would like to get an investment, you have to come up with a business that has some numbers. The numbers tell the story, and the story is, what's the ROI, return on investment, on such a deal, right? What investment should I give this business? Should it be debt? Should it be equity? How do I profit for this, of course? The investment side, the check that you can get from family offices, because they work with wealthy individuals or some really wealthy families, can range between, from my own experience, between $1 million and about $5 million. This is the popular range that I keep seeing all the time. And again, a family office is great as an investment opportunity for you if your business already have solid numbers, if you prove the gross numbers, the CAC LTV, the customer acquisition cost, and the lifetime value equation of your own business works. Now, if you manage to prove it, but the data is not really there to show it can grow and go the whole way, a family office is a good option. But if you really proved it, then you're relevant for the fifth type of investor, which is the VC. VC is venture capital. These are funds who invest in technology companies. Why do they call venture capital? Because it's super risky investments, but the gains can be 1000x. The same logic that the angel investor has, also VCs, venture capital funds has, but they invest in later stages. Seed stage, round A, round B, and then the round C, D, whatever, which are the growth stages. Now, this is a good time to ask yourself, how the heck does an app company can become the next Duolingo? How can you do 1000x growth on your own app company so you can come to the VCs and they will see potential, because they won't invest if they don't see at least a chance that you will realistically make 100x. It's all about the CAC LTV, again, the customer acquisition cost, and with it, the lifetime value of your customers. It means that you can buy a customer for less of the price that you make out of it, right? So if this equation works for you and works well and you have really good numbers, then you're VC material. Also, this says that your valuation as a company will be much higher. It could be 5x, 7x, 10x maybe. But if you can't do this, then your valuation as a company will be lower. You will be judged as an app studio or just an app with no apparent growth course. And then you can expect a valuation based off 3x, 4x, maybe 5x if you have really good numbers. Our next type of investor is the strategic buyer. Who are the strategic buyers? These are the biggest whales in your market. Let's say you have a fitness app and there's a whale fitness app. These are all the big competitors you see on the App Store with thousands of reviews. And these guys know how to make money. They have big teams. They know how to make more per user than you know. So sometimes it makes sense for them to buy you out. They make more money out of your users. That's one. Secondly, to cross-promote both fitness apps. And third, to create more synergies between these app companies to working with the same development teams, working with the same backend teams, working with the same designers to grow all apps together. That's the strategic buyer. 7th type of investor is the app aggregator or expert buyer. These are companies like my own company. I admit, it is what it is, Bluetron, that buy specifically app companies. They have the knowledge, they have the know-how, they have the capabilities, they have the resources to grow these companies in-house or to partner up with talented devs and grow these companies together. These deals could be exit deals, it could be earn-out deals, which meaning you get some money upfront and you can earn a lot more money than an exit deal while working with the company, or even partnership deals. Now, you might ask yourself, yo, Idan, what's the best type of investor for me? My answer, I don't know. It depends on your stage. It depends on your size of your company. It depends if you need an active investor or a passive investor. Like, if I would give you $5 million check right now, what would you do with it? Do you know how to hire a team? How to lead a team? Do you know to bring in the people who really can grow the company? It depends. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So maybe you need an active investor, maybe you need a passive investor. Maybe you need $50,000 just to kick off your dream, or maybe you need $500 million because your CAC LTV equation works like magic and you just want to pour more fuel in. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this episode and I'll see you on the next one. And in the meantime, don't forget to go out on that deck.